Hello physical fiends, it is Jordan here with another worth of purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Today I'm taking a look at Hyperdevotion Noire Goddess Black Heart, which is finally on the Nintendo Switch in English, but almost secretly. Even digitally, it is weird to get this in English, but this is physical paradise, and I only care about games with a physical release, and this does have one. But again, it is quite special and quite specific, and I will detail it later in the video, but if you want to grab it, I've put links down below in the description and pinned comment. So this is a spin-off of the Hyperdimension Neptunia RPG series. This time it is a tactical RPG starring all the familiar cast, with Noire being the main protagonist here. It originally released on the PlayStation Vita in 2014 in Japan and a year later in the West. There is a story here. It's decently presented if you enjoy visual novel style storytelling in your RPGs. I do not. And although it is well voice acted in both English and Japanese and looks quite nice, like the character artwork is exceptional, the backgrounds, they can be lovely. The story itself is your usual compile heart, idea factory, Neptunia, fourth wall breaking. I get that reference. Let's not get on with the plot because we got some fluff to say. You know how it goes with these games, and if you don't, well, you don't need to know anymore. It has its fans, but I am not one of them. There is a lot of talking between all the battles. It's all complete gibberish pointlessness. The only cool thing about the narrative with this one is, aside from the console wars allegory, there's also homages to famous video game characters. A busty Solid Snake, that is a win. I don't care what they're saying, it might as well not be in English, but the fact that they're there and the character designs are good, that is the only highlight of the story. You'll meet knockoff Chun-Li, Tetris blocks, the Yakuza dude as a dudette, even something as obscure as Opuna. Who remembers that on the Wii? The story you can skip if you want. When you do get to the gameplay, you'll find there's really something to enjoy. In a chibi-fied battlefield, you get some really solid tactical gameplay with lots of things going on, like way more than you'd think they'd bother, but that's Compile Heart as a whole. Absolute dross in terms of story and world-building gameplay. By that I mean resorting to VN-style storytelling, basic exploration, mostly menu-based, like low-effort stuff. But when it comes to battle mechanics, they tend to go to town, almost a bit too much. Like, not only do they go to town, they go to the city, the village, and even the slums on the outskirts. While on the surface it's quite simple, you'll find everything you need here that many tactical RPG wannabes often forget about. Like, you've got your elevation bonuses, whether you're facing their sides or backs, you've got a picking up and throwing mechanic, you've got a relationship boost whereby if you're side by side with an ally during an attack, you can do much bigger damage. You've got transformations, you've got different mission objectives, you've got floor hazards that you can avoid by manipulating the girls' direction they're facing prior to the movement. It's really quite a lot, and I've enjoyed what I've played so far in a couple of hours. I'm looking forward to getting more characters in the squad and more attack types to spice things up, but it's really very promising. The map designs are good and well thought out. There's some puzzle-like aspects to them which I think is often needed from time to time to stop the battles getting too repetitive, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Now with this Switch release, it is worth noting that it does come with some game boosts that you can choose before you start a new game file. I didn't try any of them since that seems like a new game plus sort of thing that one would try. Let's face it, if you're trying to blitz through the battles to get to the story, well, I probably wouldn't trust you to boil an egg. That's some weird priority there, but at least it is here instead of being DLC. So, the physical release, specifically for this later Nintendo Switch version, it came out on Vita ages ago, so yeah, this released physically in Japan a while back. Like all the Neptunia games in that region, it did not have English. A physical release in the West was planned, however, due to Nintendo changing their guidelines and policies to be excessively regressive, like almost puritanical. Loads of games had to be cancelled and then started to be rejected where previously they wouldn't. Hyperdevotion Noire Goddess Blackheart was one of those victims, alongside some other Neptunia games and many others. However, in a nice little loophole, the Western publisher East Asia Soft are managing to release an English language version of this physically in Southeast Asia, a physical meant for the Singapore region. It is under PlayAsia's exclusive banner, but they distribute to a small handful of other stores too. The English physical release is coming in a standard edition as well as a limited edition. This limited edition comes with some nice extra goodies. It has a soundtrack CD and the music is pretty cool. An art book, which, yeah, art, that's pretty good for this game too. Acrylic standees alongside some smaller extra goodies. These are the only physical releases on Nintendo Switch that have English. You will have to import the Singapore version. If you do want to order it from Play Asia, you can click my link down below in the description and pinned comment. I've linked you to the correct English one, okay? Don't buy the wrong Japanese one. And if you click my link, not only do you support me in the best way possible, but I can support you too. Because if you click the Play Asia link, you can also get 5% off with the code Jordan2026. I have also linked to Video Games Plus, VGP, who will have a small amount of stock from Play Asia. They have free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian dollars, like 54 American bucks, not that much. Now normally, I do ignore the digital details because it's not the raison d'etre of this channel. Plus, I mean, it often doesn't need explaining, it's usually so simple. But I will make an exception here since I'm feeling kind. Digitally, on the Nintendo Switch, if you want it in English, you will not find it on Western digital stores. It was rejected just like the physical release, but you can purchase it from the Hong Kong eShop. That's where you'll find an English build of the game. Unless you have a Hong Kong bank account, you will also need to find some Hong Kong eShop credit, which I will link down below, where you can purchase that too. Overall, against all odds, I would purchase this myself. While I would rather stare at a blank wall than be witness to the story they try to tell, the gameplay is a very solid time for tactical RPG fans. It has enough depth, enough thought put into the small parts of the genre that make it a good addition to your library if you're into this turn-based sort of thing. It's surprisingly good. The presentation is nice, the great character artwork, the voice acting, the music, environments, CGs to unlock. I do wish Compile would be more ambitious when it comes to world stuff, but it is an old Vita game from 10 years ago. Of course it's like this, and I am surprised that I like it. Will you be purchasing this? Will you be importing a physical copy or downloading one from the Hong Kong eShop? Let me know in the comments below. Plus, if you do decide to pick it up, please consider using the links that I put down in the description as well. That helps support me in the best way possible. If you are new here and you like physical video games, hit that subscribe button. It will be the best thing you do today. Speaking of which, have a good one.